Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. I'm Edna Matsuoka, Konko Mission of Wahiawa. We'll now be beginning our regular Sunday service. Please join us in prayer. Thank you. Ichido Hairi. Mediation Prayer, page 2. Let us take the sacred mediation of Wahiawa, Konko, sincerely and wholeheartedly each and every day. Then we may receive the mediation of you with all our hearts and souls on this day, this very moment. Ikigami Konko Daijin Sama, Ikigami Konko Daijin Sama, Ikigami Konko Daijin Sama, Ikigami Konko Daijin Sama. Purification Prayer. Through the way of mediation, may our sincere apologies be acceptable to you, our divine parent. We acknowledge our mistakes and misunderstandings, arrogance and ignorance of your divine favor. We apologize for all our shortcomings and differences from past generations. Guide us to amend our way of living to reflect your divine will, with a pure, joyful, and loving heart, always one with you. Kami Prayer. Reverently we pray. The brilliance of heaven, the richness of earth, time flows without cease, years pass without end. In heaven and earth is the life that nurtures all. In heaven and earth is the truth that orders all. For this wondrous form, for these wondrous works, let us praise Tenchi Kami Kami. Let us praise the divine parent of the universe. Kami loves and cares for all humanity, all those who live between heaven and earth. To revere Kami as the divine parent, to live in Kami's infinite blessings, this is the way. Yet many, not knowing the way, are lost in greed and selfishness. They suffer the cycle of misfortunes, great is Kami's sorrow. Our founding father, Konko Daijin, suffered many trials in this world, but held fast to faith and sincerity. He received Kami's great blessing and began the life of mutual fulfillment of Kami and humanity. Humbly we pray. The divine parent's great wish was thus fulfilled. Konko Daijin accepted the multi-mediation that leads to the mutual benefit of Kami and humanity. By day he taught the way of faith to all who sought him, expounding the blessings of heaven and earth, and he knew not the coming of night. By night he prayed for those who grieved, seeking salvation for all who suffered, and he knew not the dawning of day. Though years passed and the world changed, he did not waver from his task, the divine task of mediation. Thus was given the sacred Tenshi Kakitsuke, the guiding principle for our daily life. The divine favor was thus renewed, and the blessings flowed universally, establishing the way of eternal prosperity, the way of mediation of the Kami Konko Daijin. By this wondrous revelation, we are given knowledge of the way, through all the hardships of this world, through pain of body and soul. The way of mediation teaches us to turn our hearts to Kami, without regard for day or night, whether we are near or far. The way of mediation teaches us to pray with total trust. Living unaware of divine favor, we offer our sincere apologies and pledge to mend our ways. Let us live our faith every day, seeking and rejoicing in your divine favor. Let us care for those in pain and invite them to the way. Let us guide those who are lost and awaken wish for true peace and the well-being of all people be fulfilled. So we humbly pray, so we earnestly pray. Recitation of Tenji Hakike. Ikigami Konko Daijin Tenji Kane no Kami Shin ni Negae Wahiawa Kokoro ni Ari Kongetsu Konnichi de Tamame. Pray sincerely with all your heart. Be one with Kami. Kami's blessings be living, hearts grateful and caring, in harmony and joy. Look to Kami always, now and forever. On this very day pray. Ikigami Konko Daishin Tenshi Kane no Kami Shin ni Negae Okage wa waga kokoro ni ari Kongetsu konnichi de tamame. Pray sincerely with all your heart. Be one with Kami. Kami's blessings begin within, hearts grateful and caring, in harmony and joy. Look to Kami always, now and forever. On this very day pray. Dear Kiyami Konko Daishin Sama, Divine Parent Tenchi Kane no Kami-sama, thank you for this day, Sunday, June 7, 2020. Thank you for sustaining all life forms in this universe. Thank you for the air to breathe, water we drink, food to eat, the earth we walk on, the sunlight that shines upon us, the moon that controls the tides, and our normal bodily functions. There are also countless blessings that we need in order to survive, but you give them all to us, all life forms, unconditionally. We cannot give you enough thanks for these known and unknown blessings. We acknowledge and appreciate the Mikama spirit of the late Reverend Haruko Takahashi, who founded this church in 1940. We also thank the Reverend Yasuhiro and Koyama for the goyo that they do and for the current church operation. We also give thanks to all the church members and friends that support this church in many ways. Please allow this church to expand in believers and in structure. Let many more people be awakened to the truth of the universe. Let your glory be shared with many so people can be saved on a worldwide scale. Please help all people who are struggling in life. Give them purpose, give them hope, and give them the light to see past the darkness they may currently be facing. For everyone here today and the people who could not be here today, we each received our own special blessing of the week, and we give thanks to them. Please allow us to continue to receive your blessings and increase our faith in you. Energize every cell in our body from head to toe, and give us your strength and guidance in everything we do. As I conclude this prayer, let us think about and appreciate the many blessings we receive, and also pray for the well-being of our family, friends, and our society. Silent prayer. Adoration Prayer, page 7. We lift our eyes in awe for heaven soaring above. We lift our eyes in awe for heaven soaring above. We bow our heads in prayer for our rich and deep. Living amidst such gifts of Kami's great giving, how happy and grateful we are. The mediation of Kiyami Konko Daishin does not stop for us a single day. The protection of the Divine Parent embraces all far and wide. The blessings of Kami flow without limit through all generations. The ways of Kami are mysterious and wondrous beyond our understanding. day by day, every day, earnestly and reverently, we praise the virtues of Kami, the honor and power of Kami. Shintoku Sanji, page 29. Shintoku Sanji. 仰ぎ祭れば天高く仰ぎ祭れば天高く愚がみ祭れば地は厚し神の恵みに生かさる海の幸いとありがたき我が生き神の本取り次ぎ一人も隠る時のなく天地の神の御守りときしかきの隔てなし間に尽くしみはよろずよにあまねく満ちて果てしなく感計らいはくすしくて人の思いぞ及ばざる我ら今月今日やびますりてひたすらに神の御影をたたえますら神の比例を仰ぎますらでははい礼でははい礼Mitama Prayer, page 12. Spirits of those who have gone before us, you are given the gift of life in this vast and endless universe. You discharge your duties faithfully, each according to your span of years. You will be remembered eternally, your life be told from generation to generation, honored as the foundation of our society and the roots of our family. Through the mysterious workings of Kami, you entered the Konko base. You walked the way of Konko Daijin, respecting the will of the divine parent. You amassed great hair through your faith to take into the world around and give to your descendants. Our gratitude is boundless for your loving favors. We view you as the ancestral spirits of our home, our own divine spirits. We beseech you to stand by us, each and every one. Receive the favor of Kami and help us before our tasks as people without failing. Protect us, guide us, enrich us, that we may never lose the way of faith, that we hand it down to all generations, that we may live in peace and prosperity within our homes. Protect us, guide us, enrich us. Dear Mitama, spirit of the late Reverend Haruko Takahashi, deceased family, spirits, our friends, spirits of the native Hawaiians and beloved house pets. Good morning to all of you. We have gathered here today at this regular Sunday service in acknowledgement of Kami-sama's blessings and in remembrance of you, because we care about you so much and know that you are still a big part of our lives, even if you are physically gone. You are the foundation of our family tree, our roots. Thank you for allowing us to thrive. For all Mitama spirits, it is our prayer that we are giving back to you in the same way you are giving us your love. We wish to continue to perpetuate the good values you have shared with us while you are physically here. We know that you're always trying to communicate with us in one way or another, making sure that we are making the right choices in life and protecting us from close calls and still showering us with your love. We recall great memories with you, which we hold in our hearts forever. We pray that your Mitama spirit is forever at peace. As we begin a brand new week, please continue to watch over us with your love. Thank you again for all that you do. Silent prayer. Thank you. Sosen Sanji, page 36. Sosen Sanji. Yoyo no yawa, waga ie no kami, waga kami to kokoro tsukushite itsukimatsurana, kokoro tsukushite itsukimatsurana, toki ni oya no kami tachi o umi no kono tame ni ie no hashira o shizume tate tamai hatsu kono tame ni yono nari wai o mamori tasuke tamai kapuri yono mienu sakai ni mashimase domo mi tsukushimi no mi kokoro o utsushi yo ni kawarase tamawazu saki ni tamano masaki kusaki wa etamai kushimi tamano kushibi ni megumi tamai te kokoro dashi wa maki no hashira no ugoki naku nari wai wa musuru tsuname no yurugi naku magokoro kiyora ni hagemitsu to neshime tamai ukaraya karaya waragi aite hini geni urayasu kutano shimashime tamai tsui ni utsushi yo no koto o ete kami no mikado ni airan toki ni wa kanarazu shimo mukae tori tamai ni itsukushi o komurashime tamawan mono kami no midori no tae naru o kashikomi katajike nami ni oya no megumi no oboroge nararu o ureshimi yorokobi hosu koto mi kokoro mo suzuyaka ni kikoshime shitamae tomosu anakushimi no miyoya no miyama anakushimi no miyoya your Hawaii. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here today for our regular Sunday service. Good to see so many people here today. It's amazing. Today was San Francisco Church's Gotaisai, and the head minister, Joanne Sensei, asked me to deliver the sermon for them. So maybe a little bit before June, the end of May, I recorded my sermon on YouTube. And it was a nerve-wracking experience because San Francisco Church is so big, and their congregation is so huge, and it's like one of the biggest churches in North America. So I was like, oh no, you sure you want to hear me talk? Well, this is my usual trademark talk that I always talk about, how gratitude and health are connected. And so that's what I talked about. And if you want to see my sermon, feel free to go to the San Francisco Church Facebook page, and they have a link to my YouTube. It's probably a story you heard already before, but if you want to hear it again, feel free to listen to it. And ironically, last night when I worked, I had another experience with a patient. Same thing, gratitude and health. And this patient was not my patient. It was another nurse that took care. But her IV was beeping really loudly, so I just went in there to stop whatever was making it beep. And her whole body was so messed up. I mean, she had bruises all over her face and a cut on her forehead and like a broken knee. And I was like, did you fall down? And she's like, yeah, I fell down. It was a terrible fall. It looked like she got punched or something. Her whole face was bruised up. And then she looked me in the eye, and she grabbed my hand and she said, "Can you pray for me, please?" Like, just it's so random, yeah. I just came in there to just turn off the IV alarm. She just grabbed my arm and she said, "Can you pray for me?" And I said, "Sure." So I got my left hand and I placed it on her knee, and I said, "Thank you for supporting me for all these years." I was like, "How old are you again?" And she's like, "I'm 83 years old." I was like, "For 83 years, your whole body, every limb in your body, every organ system has taken really, really good care of you. And your legs, although it cannot move right now because it's broken, has taken you to many, many wonderful places. And I want to thank you for that. And apologize that because of my fall, because of her fall, that is currently injured. And we pray that the healing is already happening, and she'll be back on her feet again. And she's like, will I be back on my feet again? Will I get better? I think, of course you'll get better. And I can tell because, they want to get better. And she has a lot of hope for the future. And those are the kind of people that really heal, If people be like, life is, I don't care about life anymore. I don't care when I die. If life is not meaningful to you, if it's not worth it to even heal, then those are the people that, I'm sorry, but they will not live. Because your body is going to be like, oh, fine, okay, I'll give up to that, fine. And it's not going to work anymore. But she had sparkles in her eyes. She's like, I want to get better again. I want to do my gardening. I want to take care of my grandkids and my great grandkids. And, she had really that energy to live a little bit longer, even if she was already 80 something, right? So I'm pretty sure that she will get better. I said, just continue to direct your good energy to your body. No negative energy, no negative thoughts, and you will heal. Because we are made up of God particles, I told her. And then her eyes became big and she's like, God particles? What do you mean God particles? Like, yeah, if you think about it, you're made up of atoms, right? Everything in the universe is made up of atoms. I love Konko because you can directly connect it to science. It goes hand in hand with science. And God particles, or atoms, are they're not created or destroyed. Same as God. God can never be created nor destroyed. So we are made up of God particles. Even the gown that you're wearing, the blanket that covers you, the bed that you're sleeping on, the pillow that you rest your head on, the food that you eat, the air that you breathe, the sunlight that shines upon us, the trees that grow outside, are all blessings of the universe that support us in one way or another. And if we focus our energy on it, and even the many, many people that help us in our daily life, if you focus your energy on it, be appreciative, just be genuinely appreciative to those facts in life, factors and people, then your life will be so much more meaningful, And life is not really about the length of the life, it's quality. Some people, their lives end short, but they had excellent quality of life. They did all that they wanted to do, just enjoyed every moment. And you would rather have that kind of life than live for super duper long, just grumbling the whole way through, the whole journey. Which life would you rather take, Rather take a shorter but happier life, or a long but dreadful one, I don't know. It's the quality, really, that matters in life. So, to add that quality in your life, being appreciative is really, really important. And this is where I want to talk about. So that was my pre-sermon. So I wanted to talk about passing down the faith to your kids or to your family, to your friends. And it's important to have faith conversations. Do you have faith conversations at your dinner table, or do you talk about the faith? Talking about the Konko faith has always been the most talked about subject at our dinner table, or when I'm driving with my mom in the car. Oh, all we talk about is the faith. 今日もまた信じの話して楽しかったね. And my mom is the talker in the family, and when she talks about the faith. So recently I got my mom hooked on YouTube, and since the COVID-19 pandemic started and we had the stay-at-home order, right? And she didn't get hooked on those Korean dramas. She got hooked on sermons. The other senses we posted on Facebook and then on YouTube. So her only interest so far has been the sermons of the other senses, other Konko ministers, and also other religions too, like Tendikyo. She is really fascinated by their sermons because it's really similar to Konko Kyo. Sometimes she stays up till 3 o'clock in the morning, and then the next day her eyes are sunken in. And I was like, Okasa, you didn't sleep again last night, did you? And she's like, but she's like, but I saw this really interesting sermon, and she talks to me about it. And she's so spiritually energized by that, and in talking to me about it, she gets energized again, and I'm spiritually energized. So it's pretty funny because next day she would have, she'd report to me what she watched about, and share her Okage stories with me that also inspires her. So anyways, what do you talk about at the dinner table?
do you even talk to each other at the dinner table? Or do you just have your cell phone and just looking at whatever is on Google or whatever? And the song that we always sing, every Sunday now, we're singing a song, Shinji no michi o mayowazu shinawazu, sue no sue made oshii tsutai yo. That, we sing that. You know what that song means? That song means, teach this faith from generation to generation without straying from it, without losing it. And we sing it every time. The Konko faith is really amazing and universal, but without people talking about it, it's not going to pass on. The Konko Kyo is not going to spread for another 100 years, 200 years, 1,000 years like Christianity, right, or Buddhism. Christianity and Buddhism and all those really big major faiths have lasted this long because people have been continuously talking about it, reading the Bible, having Bible time with their family, and just practicing the faith in their family life. And that's how it spreads. Some people say, oh, my children have turned to another religion, so they no longer practice Konko. You know, that happens when life is not practiced according to the teachings. Like there was no one to talk about the faith in the family. And even if you do come to church, if your family life does not reflect the teachings of the Konko faith, then the faith will also not continue, no matter how amazing Konko Kyo is. If you are living in a way that is not reflective of being a Konko believer, no one in the family will follow in your footsteps. We have to practice becoming individuals that be in Konko energy, the kind of faith where people can, you know, they want to come to you and to seek advice. Like, man, you always seem so blessed and happy. That's the kind of person you want to be. Not the person like, oh man, you're so depressing. You're like Darth Vader. I don't want to talk to you. Don't be near me. You have to be like this beaming ball of energy where people are just attracted to you. You know, just can't help but want to talk to you. And finally, are you saved? Ask yourself that question. Are you saved? If you're not saved, it's kind of hard to pass on the faith to other people. Really, it is. Because they do not want to be like you if you're not saved. If you're angry, sad, depressed all the time, preaching will do no good if you're not happy. A couple days ago, my mom and I were outside, and I was just like looking at the plants, and my mom was like sweeping outside in the yard. And she just randomly just started talking about my dad. And she said, you know, Oto-san is an amazing person. He works really hard to maintain the church, you know. And he always prays for us, and he just does so much goyo for us. He may not realize it or not, but I was like, oh yeah, I do realize it. Oh, yeah, of course. And when I look back, she had said this throughout my life, you know. It's like a commercial. She always talked good about the faith and our family members, and like my brothers and my dad, and always reminded me that they are good people, that Konko Kyo is a wonderful faith. Even when I was really mad at David for a long time for ignoring the Yano family, my mom reminded me that I'm blessed because David went to Amagi Church first, and David went to nursing school first, so he taught me some things, and he gave me his expensive textbooks and stuff like that. So she always reminded me not to forget the times David helped us out. I was like, oh, fine, okay. He is a good brother after all. She also talks about, you know, my grandparents and how they began their faith and how Konko started in the Yama family. In this way, my brain is enriched with the goodness of everyone and everything that has supported me. She reminds me of the roots all the time. In order for something to become a habit, it has to be heard like a commercial in the family. You have any faith conversations you pass on to your family or friends. You can talk about miracles you encounter in your life through practicing faith. But more to it than that, I think it's your behavior, how you carry out yourself, the way you talk to people, the way you act. That's your faith already, right there. If you've been kicking stuff around, Alex, you don't have to look at your dad, don't worry. Don't worry, it's all of us. We're all guilty. We have to practice. And by practicing, you're not perfect. I'm not perfect. I have a lot of bad points. I don't want to openly admit it on Facebook. I do have many faults that I need to improve on. And just continually reflect and try to become a better version of yourself daily. And there's always room for improvement. That's what I think. And so with that being said, I hope we can all add more faith talk into your life, into your family life, and practice taking and acting in faith. Thank you very much.
あ、まだネッティにおばあちゃんの足の。
Oh yeah. Okay, so my mom wants to hear the continuation of that lady that I prayed for last night. So after I prayed like that, she began to cry. She began to cry really a lot, and I was like, you have a lot of family and friends, and not only that, the whole universe is supporting your healing. And she really began to cry and said, thank you so much. And she was really genuinely happy. And basically, the energy level changed for that person. And that's the healing process. Your healing process begins at the energy level. If you are in a negative state of mind, you're going to be in a chronic state of being unhealthy. Because health really starts with the atomic level, I believe, your energy atomic level. So, go around, change the energy level of yourself, and change the energy level of your family and friends into a positive way. And that's going to spread. And that's eventually going to lead to world peace. That's what I think. Arigatou gozaimasu.
聞こえます。Thank you for adding to the service. Anyway, ありがとうございます。これgoing to hold the kind of celebration of birthday for how many people, young children and Mr. Takahashi for joining us today. I'd like to introduce one message of their founder, Konko. The message was given to Jiroshiro Kataoka. Konko said, people have often wondered why a man who is honest doesn't do anything wrong bad to others, anything like a kami or Buddha, is often afflicted with many misfortunes. This is because he has somehow shown irreverence to kami. No matter how honest and good he is apt to commit irreverence to kami if he does not practice faith. There is a difference between having a good personality and showing reverence to kami. No matter how good he is, if he doesn't practice faith, he will not receive divine blessings. According to the Gorikai number 3 Jinkyu Kyoboda. Of course, Konko-sama, the Reverend Kagamitaro Konko, showed his signature expression of 世話になるすべてに礼を言う心、平和を生み出す心という。means inclination of the heart to respond in gratitude to any elements of supporting substance in life is the heart of pain and peace. Konko-sama actually practiced to say thank you for the pair of glasses he put on. Say thank you for pen he used to write. Say thank you for sheet of paper on which he could write. Say thank you for the desk he used. Say thank you for the chair he sat on. And say thank you for being able to hear, see, smell, and say thank you for the hands and feet that he can use. And the list goes on endlessly. And I have never witnessed such a person would ever encounter impasse in life, because all the elements he says thank you, respond to support and sustain his life. It may sound easy, but we need to practice to say thank you for elements of お世話になる。ちょっと日本語で一言。四代金剛様が、signature explain 世話になるすべてに礼を言う心、平和を生み出す心という。実際に金剛様、このことをしておられた。私がハワイに来る前に、43 years ago, I went to the Konko sama said, he was wearing glasses. He said, 俺このメダルに対してもお礼を言うんだ。このペンに対してもお礼を言う。紙に対してもお礼を言う。机に対してもお礼を言う。そういうことを実際してこられたんだ。Just one time, throughout his life. Thank you. 世話になる。世話になる。It's very difficult to say in English. But any element that support us, even the air we breathe, the light, the sunlight, the rain, anything at all. Without those elements, we simply cannot live on. So, but we need to say, learn to say thank you. We practice everything. Then, those elements, we say thank you, respond to us, to help us, support us. Even our family relationships, we say thank you to our wives and husbands. They respond to us in gratitude. If the parents and child relationship, with at the very moment of birth, they say, "Omedetou, arigato." They can say thank you, arigato. Then they never encounter difficulty in relationships. But for some reasons, we do have such occasion. I should give up. But we need to practice. Say thank you for any element. Then they're going to enjoy blessing. ありがとうございます。終わります。
イヤミコンコライン天地神の神主に願いワヒアワ心のに今月今日で頼めイヤミコンコライン天地神の神主に願い おかげは我が心にあり、今月今日で頼め。
ご理解何番
Page 233, number 3.
Number 3. When I asked for an amulet, Konko-sama replied, there are no amulets. People make amulets and they are object of worship, but amulet doesn't give divine blessings. Though Kami-sama cannot be seen, he is all around you. You are walking with him and right through him. I will give you this Shinmai. So when praying, you can even present your request to a wall.
David.
Number 4, a man from near Yorishima who seemed to be a fisherman fell seriously ill. Though he was cured by divine blessings, he didn't go to worship for a long time thereafter. Then by chance he went to worship and gave greetings. Konko-sama, it has been a long time. Yes, and who are you? Asked Konko-sama. The man explained who he was and mentioned how long it had been since he had last worshipped. He took out 10 yen and said, though this is only 10 yen, I would like to offer it for the construction of the Hiromai. Konko-sama said, Kami-sama did not order the construction of the Hiromai. I also would like to have it constructed, but since it's not time yet, I don't know when it will be completed. I don't know what Kawase Yojiro will do, but I think for now the construction will not proceed beyond the present stage. Yet you wish to donate your money. 10 yen is a lot. Even if you donate that much, it won't help any. Didn't you need a lot of money for your illness? Yes, it costs a lot of money, the man answered. Since you need medicine, that the money is an offering to Kami-sama, then use the money to buy medicine. You also need money to come to worship, so gain interest on it, then come to worship. But the man, visibly surprised, still strongly insisted that he donate the money for the divine blessings he had received. Konko-sama said, come now, you need not be so rash. Since you will be able to donate later on, postpone your donation. However, the man was so determined that Konko-sama said, well, in that case, if you really want to offer the money, go and consult Kawate. I didn't know about the construction time.
5. Take whatever has been offered to Kami-sama. If you get sick from eating the offerings, Goshimai will also make you sick. Take whatever you want, said Konko-sama. I'm thinking about quitting smoking, I mentioned. He countered, you need not quit. Kami-sama has provided tobacco so that you can smoke. I don't smoke only because I dislike it.
Number 6. When there are requests, most people come to worship from afar to have toritsugi performed. You need not rely on others to perform toritsugi for you. Practice true faith, pray by yourself, and receive divine blessings. If you think you cannot receive divine blessings without someone performing toritsugi for you, you must always be near a toritsugi mediator. Kami-sama doesn't work this way. Pray by yourself and receive divine blessings by yourself.
Oops, sorry.
7. I wonder how I should receive worshippers who are prominent figures such as the daimyo's chief retainer. Konko-sama said, don't treat believers unequally. Even if they bring many gifts, don't treat them with any special attention. Only those of devoted faith are true believers.
8. People are the same. They are all children of Kami-sama. Therefore, those who perform Toritsuki for Kami-sama must treat all followers equally. Think that a person's problem is your problem and pray equally hard for all.
9. The fate of humans are already decided at birth. You can go and offer your condolences when there is a birth. This is how far one's fate is decided at birth. All the hardships and misfortunes that will be met have been already decided. Kami-sama is well aware of this. Practice faith with diligence, then major misfortunes will become minor ones. These minor misfortunes will in turn be cleared away. This is receiving the divine arrangements of Kami. 10. There is a certain true way of practicing faith. Just chanting prayers from morning won't result in divine blessings. Giving oharai prayers 1,000 times is not necessary. Giving the Shingyo Sutra only once is enough. 2. While giving oharai prayers, if the entrance door opens and you wonder who came, you are missing the point in practicing faith. When you're busy, you can't take your time and pray with true intentions. If it starts to rain while you are taking your time to pray, the rice and barley drying outside will get wet. On busy days, tell Kami about the work that you must do, then excuse yourself to go to work. While harvesting the barley or fertilizing the fields, pray with a true and pure heart. Kami will hear. 3. You need not come here so often. After worshiping, if you think about how much money you spent, or what you could have done with the money, it will worry Kami-sama. Since Kami-sama is the parent, he will worry if his child worries. Instead of using much money to come here, practice true faith at home and you will be protected.
11. Sugawa-san, there is a certain true way of receiving divine blessings. After receiving divine blessings, you must never forget your gratitude. Forget and you shall regret. You will be unable to receive divine blessings later on. If you do not forget your gratitude, you can receive future blessings as you wish.
12. People are born with bad preordinations. Therefore, the larger the family, the more troubles there will be. Fortunately, these preordained troubles can be eliminated if you practice faith. However, since they are inborn preordinations, they may arise again. If you wonder why you are having these troubles despite your devout faith, your faith has stopped. Think that it is because you are lacking in faith? You must continue practicing faith until your burden and preordained troubles are eliminated. Then you can receive divine blessings. Remember, wonder why you have troubles despite your devout faith means that your faith has stopped.
13. There are people who burn incense on their hand or fast or do cold water oblations during winter. And there are those who abstain from eating their favorite foods. Sugawa-san, you are also starting to abstain from eating certain foods. You should stop this and change your promise of abstinence to Kami-sama. They are not religious practice but delusions. You should start eating the foods you are abstaining from, too. The important thing is to continue faith with a firm and unchanging heart. Kami-sama knows who are and who are not firm in their belief. It is no use to say things that do not reflect your heart. A ball is a round thing. You can't keep it from rolling. When you think something is right, you mustn't change it at all. Yes, it is difficult, but that's the way it must be done. As you can see, many people come to worship, but through Kami-sama's eyes, their faiths are all different.
14. When practicing faith, there are more blessings which cannot be seen than those which can be seen. The blessings you unknowingly receive number more than the blessings you knowingly receive.
If you think about it, you will come to realize the many divine blessings that you have received. If you can do this, you are a true believer.
When getting rid of the constructiveness, many people see sick commission or coming spirit with the irreverence. They do so call the voice of the infinite. They all thinking that coming somewhere is a beautiful coming. They should instead seek commission of forgiveness, while thinking that any irreverence there coming is inexcusable.
16. Always remember to be patient. With enduring patience, there will be no discord with others. Think, oh, what help I'm able to endure. But since he does not have faith, he will turn blue in expressing the anger when he hears unbearable things. I want to pray to Kami-sama to be more patient.
Thank you. Good morning, おはようございます。
はい。
ただいまから歌を歌います。We're going to sing a song, 4 songs ですね。よろしくお願いいたします。新人の英語ページ57。
Yeah.
Shiny shimmering light, page 46.
With a heart caught up and down and worried, I face my life every morning, wanting to shine, but somehow holding back joy and fear, so in my heart. Still I know, even one as small as I can run into someday find a shining, shimmering, brilliant light glowing from a path that never ends. Instead of losing hope or fearing what's ahead, let's keep on moving forward with our heads held high, for we are all living in a world
義神金光大人天地神の神真に願いおかげや我が心にあり今月今日でたまめ義神金光大人天地神の神真に願いおかげや我が心にあり今月今日でたまめ
Oh yeah, hello. Thank you for listening and joining us for our regular Sunday service. We hope you have a wonderful week next week. And again, share Okage stories with your family, with your altar, and let's keep that good energy flowing. Thank you. Take care.